on the internet at this address for 2 weeks after the program with questions for the artists.
Bonjour tout le monde. Welcome to the Prince William Network and the Kennedy Center Performing Arts Series, which brings live performances and instruction from the Kennedy Center to your classroom. Today, you are going to see and hear a performance of authentic African songs and dances presented by the Pan-African troupe Kiyi Mbok under the direction of Werewere Liking. This performance is part of the Kennedy Center's African Odyssey Festival being held right now. My name is Marjolande Jager, and I will be introducing the program for you. The broadcast today is coming from Hylton High School in Prince William County, and the crew for this production are high school students enrolled in a TV production course. The study guide for teachers, which is funded by the Geraldine R. Dodge Foundation, supports the new standards for the arts in education. I hope everyone is using the guide and finds it useful. The Kiyi Mbok Company is based in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, West Africa. This is their first appearance in the United States, although they have toured the world for more than a decade. Their philosophy of work and of life is Pan-African. This means that the company includes artists from many different African origins. Each artist brings his or her own culture, traditions, art, music, and dance, and so contributes to the final production that then represents all of Africa. Kiyi Mbok's plays and concerts contain both traditional and contemporary material. The company also subdivides into 4 smaller components: the voices of men, the voices of women, the marionettes, the children. Today you will see a few aspects of the first 3 of these smaller groups, followed by 2 pieces by the whole company. We begin with the voices of men, Atumblan, which means the speaking drum. The first piece, called Njiwa, says that we have listened to movement, which has lent us its melody. We have listened to silence, which has lent us its word. We have listened to the drum passing its message, which has given us its word of fire. Zokpe, the second piece, stresses that what we have been given is life. We must not neglect it. We mustn't squander it. We must serve life in order to be served by it as well. Both are contemporary compositions, and here they are.
Côte. Atamanemu. Ziga.
people.
C'est donc une question de responsabilité individuelle par rapport à ce qui arrive à l'univers dans sa totalité.
So that it's a question of personal responsibility in terms of what happens to the universe in general. There's a caller from Omaha, Nebraska. Caller, please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Olga. I'm from Togo, West Africa. I'm really amazed by this play, and this is my first time on the TV. I would like to know how they get together and put all this beautifulness of Africa together.
C'est une personne du Togo et c'est la première fois qu'elle a vu quelque chose pareil. Elle veut savoir comment vous arrivez à mettre tout ça ensemble, toute cette production.
On vit ensemble et donc notre art n'est pas seulement une création d'une compagnie artistique, mais nous menons une vie ensemble et nous essayons de construire le panafricanisme au quotidien. Donc ce n'est que le reflet d'une vie ensemble.
The group lives together 24 hours a day, so it's not simply preparing for and rehearsing a production. It is a whole lifestyle, a whole communal way of living, which makes them integrated not only in work, but in living together as well. There's a caller from Speedway. Sorry about that. Indiana. Caller, please go ahead.
I wanted to know how all the performers got involved.
Tous ces gens se sont réunis au début. Comment est-ce qu'ils sont venus ensemble?
Chacun vient parce que le groupe est quand même ancien maintenant. Le groupe existe depuis pas loin d'une quinzaine d'années et on a commencé à 5, puis on est maintenant plus de 100 personnes. Donc chacun entend parler et il vient comme il...
Began now almost 15 years ago, and it started with just 5 people. It's mostly word of mouth. People who are interested in this kind of a lifestyle and this work want to come there and become part of the community.
Mais chacun, évidemment, doit venir parce que ça correspond à son idéal personnel et qui est un idéal panafricain et un idéal de professionnalisme en Afrique même.
But each person who does come comes of his own free will because there is an ideal there to be lived that responds to his or her need for Pan-Africanism and for the kind of ideal that the village Kiyi lives up to.
My name is Millie and I go to Bevel Middle School, and my question is, what language do the company members speak?
Quelle langue est-ce qu'on parle dans la troupe?
On parle plusieurs langues. Comme c'est panafricain, déjà rien qu'en Côte d'Ivoire, il y a 60 langues, donc chacun vient avec sa langue. On essaye de parler un peu, mais on a la langue officielle qui est le français.
Okay. Many languages are spoken. It depends on what part of Africa each of the artists comes from. For example, in Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast alone, there are 60 African languages spoken, so there are a great many among the different members, but the universal language is French. There's a caller from Newark, New Jersey. Caller, please go ahead.
Yes, my name is Claudia, and my question was, how far back does this music originate?
La musique, ça vient de quel temps? Est-ce qu'il y a une ancienneté dans la musique, proprement dit?
Et les musiques qu'ils ont entendues sont des musiques de création du groupe Kiyi. Des chansons qui sont composées par des membres du groupe et les musiques aussi sont organisées par les gens qui sont là et nous avons aussi un directeur musical qui est Relema qui est connu et voilà.
The music itself is composed by different artists in the village Kiyi and it's all contemporary. The Relema is the director of the music.
Mais il faut savoir que c'est d'inspiration traditionnelle panafricaine, c'est-à-dire qu'on puise nos sources dans plusieurs traditions d'Afrique.
But at the same time, the traditions are used and come from the various origins that the artists themselves come from and from others as well. Yes?
My name is Jennifer and I go to Saunders Middle School. This is my question. Is there a tradition in West Africa of using puppets in performances?
Est-ce qu'il y a une tradition en Afrique de l'Ouest d'utiliser des marionnettes dans des spectacles?
Oui, il y a une grande tradition des marionnettes, notamment au Mali. Il y a vraiment une grande tradition des marionnettes qui appartient à la jeunesse.
There's a long and old tradition of puppets, and it comes from Mali in West Africa, and it is used specifically by the young.
Parce que beaucoup de traditions africaines sont quand même assez sérieuses par génération et la jeunesse ne peut pas dire aussi n'importe quoi, n'importe quand, mais elle a ces moments où elle est libre de tout dire et donc elle le dit à travers les marionnettes.
The African traditions are divided in a way over age groups, and not anybody can just do anything. The young tend to not have very much available to them, but the puppets are there, and at that point they have the freedom to say and do anything through the puppets.
Et quand on dit quelque chose, même si c'est une critique, même si c'est n'importe comment, dans ce contexte, on est écouté et on n'est soumis à aucune sanction, parce qu'on a le droit de dire ce qu'on pense.
And at that point, the young person can say anything he or she wants, can make criticisms, and will not only not be censored, but will actually be listened to. So it's a wonderful opportunity for young people to speak their mind. Yes.
My name is Danielle, and I attend Garfield High School. We would like to present questions in English and in French. My question in English is, what are the puppets made of?
Je m'appelle Henri. De quoi sont faites les marionnettes?
Certaines marionnettes sont faites en bois. Les marionnettes traditionnellement sont faites en bois ou en bambou ou en étoffe. Et nous, nos marionnettes, celles que vous avez vues là, elles sont sculptées par moi-même et aussi assistées de Sari Boulonda ou d'autres personnes du groupe. Et ces marionnettes-là sont faites avec de la mousse, avec de la simple mousse et avec des produits. On essaye de les sculpter, de les réformer et puis on les peint. Voilà.
Most often the puppets are made of wood, sometimes bamboo and fabrics. These puppets were sculpted by Werewere Liking herself with other artists in the group, and part of it underneath the fabric also is a foam rubber. So wood, bamboo, foam rubber, and fabric. Yes, go ahead.
My name is Tasha, and I also attend Garfield High School. Our question will also be spoken in both French and English. I was wondering what languages were the songs performed in today?
Bonjour, je m'appelle Philippe. Quelle langue est-ce qu'on a employé dans les chansons?
Les chansons de ce soir, il y avait une qui était en Douala du Cameroun.
One of them was in Douala, which comes from Cameroon.
Il y a une qui était en Bété.
Bété.
Il y en avait en Zoulou.
In
oui.
Zulu.
Et en Baoulé.
And in Baoulé, which is one of the languages
Le
in
Zoulou,
Côte
c'est l'Afrique
d'Ivoire.
du Sud et le Baoulé, c'est en Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay. We have a last question. Time is running out, unfortunately.
Hi, my name is Sarah from Lake Ridge Middle School. My question is, do you have a favorite holiday or celebration in Abidjan or in West Africa?
À Abidjan, avez-vous une célébration ou une fête favorite?
Oui, le 21 décembre, c'est la fête du Kéi. Et ce jour-là, on présente les objectifs de l'année et aussi les résultats qu'on a obtenus l'année dernière. Et on fait des actions de grâce, on offre des fruits, des fleurs.
On the 21st of December, it's the key villages. You could say it's Thanksgiving, and flowers are given and so forth. I'm really sorry, but we have to move on. It's time to end, unfortunately. Thank you for being part of this program. I hope you will join us for the next program in our series on May 6th, when playwright Ethel Fugard will discuss the making of the play Valley Song. If you have additional questions about this performance or any other program in this series, please visit the Arts Edge website at the address on your screen. As we leave you, Werewere Liking would like you to join us in singing a traditional African song. Thank you very much. Au revoir.
Voilà, c'est une petite chanson pygmée, une polyphonie pygmée que nous allons vous apprendre.
It is in the Pygmy language. It's a song
Yeah,
from...
yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sing along.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. Les voix féminines peuvent faire ça. Les femmes font. Les femmes. Women sings that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the women.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got it. Okay, and men sings that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. 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 Yeah, but women sing better than men. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.